This is Jeopardy! Here are today's contestants. Player 1, Player 2, Player 3. And now, here is the host of Jeopardy, Alex Trebek.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Here comes the Jeopardy round. Here are the categories for you. Pop culture. Arachnids. Yo, Jimmy. Mythology and art. Recently discovered presidential ads. And colorful language. Player 1, where do we start? You can point the Wii remote, and I'll hand it off to Kelly.
Glasses with colored filters in each eye let you watch films in 3D. At the 2010 Grammys, the audience donned them for a montage from this performer's This Is It.
It's Player 1. Use the Wii remote or press the corresponding direction on the plus. Yeah, good. Player 1. In I Now Pronounce You Chuck and Larry, Kevin James weds this Hanukkah song guy at Niagara Falls. Yes, Player 1. That is correct. Player 1. Michael C. Hall of 6 Feet Under went to Showtime to play this homicidal title character. Player 1. Yep. Player 1. In 1964, he topped the pop music charts with the title song from Hello, Dolly. Let's hear it, Player 1. Hey, you're right. Choose again, Player 1. A two-time Oscar-winning actress, one of her first jobs was as the Coppertone suntan lotion girl at age 3 in 1965. Player 1. Right. You get to pick again, Player 1. This large, hairy type of spider takes its name from an Italian town. Let's hear it, Player 2. That's correct. Player 2. Texas cattle fever is one of many diseases transmitted by the bite of this type of blood-sucking arachnid. Okay, Player 1. Yes. Select again. At least 2 types of poison are known to be injected by its tail stinger, hemotoxin and neurotoxin. It's Player 1. Yeah! Right. Please pick again, Player 1. Also known as the Harvest Man, this spindly arachnid differs from spiders in that it has only a single body segment. Yes, Player 2. Good. You again, Player 2. Arachnids are a major class of this phylum that includes insects and crustaceans. Okay, Player 1. Yes. Choose again, Player 1. In the comics, Jimmy Olsen was this hero's cub reporter pal. It's Player 3. That is correct.
Yeah!
We return to you, Player 3. A book by former President Jimmy Carter compared Israel's treatment of Palestinians to this policy of white South Africa. Yes, Player 1. You are correct. Player 1, back. From 1957 to 1971, Jimmy Hoffa was the president of this labor union. Let's hear it, Player 1. Right you are. Select again. The Jimmy was a popular SUV from this American automaker. Player 3. That's right. Way to go. Player 3. He's Jerry Lee Lewis's famous evangelist cousin. It's Player 2. Right. Please pick again, Player 2. A statue of this Roman sea god is a perfect choice for a fountain. There's one at Peterhof in Russia. Let's hear it, Player 1. Good for you. Player 1. A sarcophagus at Hearst Castle depicts this group of 9, including Erato, who inspires love poems. Okay, Player 2. Yes. Player 2. All right, here with the clue is Kelly.
This city statue of Gefjon and her oxen is a bit less famous than the Little Mermaid.
Player 2. Correct. You again, Player 2. Praxiteles sculpted this Greek equivalent of Mercury carrying the infant Dionysus. Yes, Player 1. That's it. You get to pick again. Get psyched at the Louvre by looking at Antonio Canova's sculpture of this Roman god and Psyche. Player 3. You got it. Player 3. You pick again, please. He said a nation half slave and half free can't exist. I say he's wrong. I'm Stephen Douglas, and I approved this message. It's Player 2. Correct. You get to pick again. So what if he's the first West Point grad president? Some say he drinks. You decide. I'm Horace Greeley, and I approve this message. Let's hear it, Player 3. That's correct. Player 3, back. It's the Daily Double. Player 3, you're in last place, but here's an opportunity to catch up. You need to select your wager. All right, here's your clue. In 1814, this general had a pirate, Jean Lafitte, help him in New Orleans. What's next? I'm John Quincy Adams, and I approved this message. You are now in second place. You again, Player 3. You elect him? I say in 7 months the economy will be in shambles. I'm Al Smith, and I approved this message. Yes, Player 2. Yeah! Good. Please pick again. Alex Hamilton wants him to be president. Them's fighting words. I'm Aaron Burr, and I approved this message. Okay, Player 1. Yes. Choose again, player 1. Classified advertising section of the phone book listing subscribers by type of business. Let's hear it, player 1. Yep. Player 1, back to you. A karate kid may aspire to this high rank, kuroi obi in Japanese. Player 2. Good for you. Select again. This fastest of dogs is one of the oldest breeds. Its likeness appears on an ancient Egyptian tomb. Okay, player 2. That is correct. Player 2. A California national park is named for this tallest living type of tree. It's player 1. Yeah! That's correct. And now the $1,000 clue. This colorful name for the U.S. Army Special Forces comes from their unique hats. Yes, player 2. Yes. Player 3 is in third place, which means, of course, player 3 will select first in Double Jeopardy. The categories for the Double Jeopardy round are Playing Possum. Starts with the letter J. Leonard Maltin's favorite films, World Capitals. This is Your Life, Abe Lincoln, and Nasal Passages. Let's get back into this now. You have control of the board. Like wombats and bandicoots, possums are members of this group of about 270 species. Player 1. Yeah! You got it. We return to you, player 1. Chuck Berry knows this sweet little number of days is the typical gestation period of a possum. Yes, player 1. Right. Player 1. Stick to it. In 1948, this Walt Kelly possum hit the funny pages. Okay, player 1. That is correct. Player 1, back to you. Australia and New Guinea are home to the 5 species of this type of possum that may weigh as little as 1/4 of an ounce. It's player 1. That's right. Way to go. Select again. The flying possum doesn't fly. Well-developed flaps of skin along its flanks have it known by this 6-letter term. Let's hear it, player 2. Right. We return to you, player 2. To cross the street illegally. Player 3. Yeah! Right. You again, player 3. It's combat between 2 knights on horseback using lances. Let's hear it, player 2. You are correct. Player 2, back. Breed of cows named for one of the Channel Islands. Okay, player 2. Right you are.
Yeah!
Player 2. Many computer games use this lever. It's player 3. That's correct. Choose again, player 3. A green mineral or a fickle woman. Yes, player 1. That's it. You get to pick again, player 1. This World War II classic set in war-torn Morocco is his candidate for the best Hollywood movie of all time. Okay, player 2. Correct. Please pick again. This Scorsese film is about a boxer whose leading opponent outside the ring was always himself. Let's hear it, player 1. Good. You again, player 1. Let's go to the Clue Crew for this next clue.
Shots of Jupiter and its moons figure prominently in this director's 2001 A Space Odyssey, which Maltin called a unique masterpiece.
It's player 1. Hey, you're right. Select again. David Lean's 1946 British film of this Dickens tale is a real pip, and the opening graveyard sequence is a gem. Yes, player 2. Good. Please pick again. Debbie Reynolds was a teenager when she tapped up a storm in this 1952 film, perhaps the best movie musical ever made. Player 3? Correct. Choose again, player 3. Budapest is the capital of Hungary. This is the capital of Romania. Let's hear it, player 1. Yes. Player 1. The capital of India is not pronounced Calcutta or Calicut, but this way. It's player 3. Yes. Player 3, back to you. This world capital is on the island of Java. Player 3? You are correct. Player 3, back to you. Answer. The first of the 2 daily doubles. Player 3, you're in last place. What'll it be? Please enter your wager. And the clue. Laid out in 1874, the botanical gardens in this capital have an observatory with a statue of Tycho Brahe. The lead is also yours. Player 3, pick a... This city on the Malay Peninsula is the capital of Malaysia. Yes, player 2. Correct. You get to pick again, player 2. In 1870, Congress granted her an annual pension of $3,000. Call her Sugar, Mama, or simply your wife. Here's... Okay, player 3. You got it. We return to you, player 3. You said of this general, I can't spare this man, he fights. He sure seems to be enjoying the green room. It's... Let's hear it, player 1. Right. Player 1, back to you. In 1860, he got 12 electoral votes, but you got the job. Feel free to debate. Okay, player 1. That's correct. You get to pick again, player 1. You said if this general is not using the army, I should like to borrow it for a while. Say hello to... It's player 1. Yep. Player 1, you pick again. Secretary of War for Franklin Pierce. Some called him Mr. President, though certainly not you. Say hello to... Player 2. Right. Player 2, pick again. And there in the wood a piggy-wig stood, with a ring at the end of his nose, in the poem about this bird and a feline. Yes, player 1. Yeah, that's right. Way to go. Player 1, back. Truly that nose is the glorious cross he bears, is said of this romantic Rostand hero. Player 1. Yeah. Right. You again, player 1. Yeah! Answer. The second daily double. And you're in the lead now. Decide on your wager, player 1. And the daily double clue. To see what is in front of one's nose needs a constant struggle, wrote this man in 1946, not in 1984. You have maintained your lead. Way to go. Choose again, player 1. Lightly was her slender nose tip-tilted like the petal of a flower. This lord wrote in Idylls of the King. Let's hear it, player 2. That's correct. And the $2,000 clue? A Pascal pensée. If the nose of this queen had been shorter, the whole face of the world would have been changed. Okay, player 2. That is correct. Good game. All of you will continue on to play Final Jeopardy when we return. Final Jeopardy still to come, and here's the category. 16th century names. Please enter your wager. Each direction on the plus control pad represents a different response. Press a direction to select an answer. All right, players, this is what it comes down to. Here is the Final Jeopardy clue. Paul III roared at him, "I have waited 30 years for your services. Now I'm Pope. Can't I satisfy my desire?" your response? And that correct response will add... Did you come up with the correct response? With that correct response, you will gain... What did you put as your response? How much do you add to your total with that correct response? Congratulations to you, player one. We'll see you next time.